Robert Keeley.
Hello, sir.
Welcome back to the studio here in McKinney, Texas, where we have spent a lot of time, actually. This is really where, between my studio and the Keeley offices in Oklahoma City, we spent about a year and a half coming up with a Halo pedal that a lot of you, of course, are aware of. We've had so much great love and feedback from everybody on this pedal. And when it came time to celebrate the 2-year anniversary, Robert and the team approached me about doing what was called the Halo Core. And that's what got released. And it was just a limited run. We had 300 pieces. Yep. Had no idea they'd sell out in a day, like 2.5 hours or something, which is a great thing, but it's not a bad thing because then we left a lot of people, kind of wanting one of these units. So after much contemplation and some from really good fortune, I'd had a call from the great legendary studio guitar player Tim Pierce.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Name dropping. We need the horn from Dan and Mick. And so, but I was calling him about some advice on a piece of gear. And he says, "Man, I've been on eBay looking for one of those Halo Cores, And I thought, man, maybe I'll give you my spare." But later that day, I was on the phone, just completely coincidentally. We talked to Robert about some other stuff. He said, "Hey, we're thinking about doing another version that could be available for everybody because we did get so much great feedback." Oh, yeah. And me huge. Too. It's so it's essentially the Halo Core is, my basic sound that it's the dotted eighth quarter sound that is basically always on when I'm playing. That's it's not a reverb, but it's just wonderful. Creating the halo around the note.
Yeah.
So I use it for chordal stuff. I use it for single notes. And, I always talk about it being kind of like my sustain pedal. So I can hold a chord. If we take away the halo, it's nice. But if I play it's always on when I'm playing, so it's a huge part of my tone.
When we finished selling the first version of the Halo Core with the leftover Beach Boys parts, that's really what it was. And so I could only make 300 at the time. So, but when we decided with the feedback that we got from so many players that this is something we had to get in other people's hands, we got to improve the sound quality of our product and bring it up another level. I'm really, really impressed with my team and how they've managed to track down every bit of noise and distortion that we have. And so what you're getting with this Halo Core here is our latest and greatest. And measurably, identifiably so, this is the cleanest, best, highest headroom, least amount of distortion and noise product that we've ever made. So I'm really proud of it. Now, when we first did the Halo Core, it only had 2 modes in it. It just had the Andy sound, the Halo sound, which is all that really matters in life. And then we had
one guy sitting here, yes, but
the lowly quarter note. Oh. But for this version here, we have not only do we have the cool flash for tap tempo, but we have a third position here, dotted eighth notes. That's really going to help musicians when you know what the tempo is, but you don't know exactly what a dotted eighth is. Exactly. So you got your sound right there built into the box, nice and easy. And you can get to your understand what your tap tempo is or see what your tap tempo is just by pressing the tap button one time. It'll start to light up, even if it's off.
So of course, with the Halo Core, the essential component is the halo tone, that dotted eighth quarter. With a bit of modulation. So let's give it that nice tape, just a little out of tune. But the way those echoes are feathering into each other, that's what makes it special. That's what we spent a lot of time on. So when you almost feel like there's a reverb on. So that's the sound. You hear me, just about everything I play is going to involve that sound. Well, like the previous HALO Core, we had a second mode that was just a straight quarter note, which, because along with my dotted eighth quarter HALO kind of setting, I also would want like a slapback, a little country, or like a little rockabilly. And that's just, it does a great job at what the brilliance of the circuit that Robert came up with as we were working on the original HALO was the saturation, and how you can kind of get in there and distort that input like a good preamp on that tape echo would do. It's kind of a tape saturation, but there's a bit of warmth and just wonderful tapiness that comes with that particular mode. And it is, you can tweak it on here, but we've got it set at a really great place to start. Then within that, you can also, I'm going to stay on that quarter note mode and tap a tempo. Back to level down. Sometimes I may not want the reverby wash of what the HALO does. I might just want that single note repeat. Having the big mix knob is great because you can reach down with your toe and kind of, you don't need the expression pedal for that. But I get a lot of use out of that quarter note setting. But also now we've got the dotted eighth tap tempo. So then we can actually get if I tap in. Edge, and a lot of players use that kind of vibe, and it's fun to get a groove with it. My tap 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm just playing the echo on the dotted eighth. So
that's incredible.
Loads of fun. And so obviously, if you're playing solo, you can have fun for hours of that. But if you're playing in the band, you just tap in the tempo of the song that you're in, and you can be on the dotted eighth or the quarter note to get the kind of vibe you want. But it also clearly works on the HALO setting as well. But that type of setting is not necessarily as essential because it's just kind of this floaty, reverby kind of tone.
Really handy for guitar players that I don't play nearly as good as you, and so I can't understand the concept of dotted eighth notes. So for me, it's a godsend.
It's good to have that because you could do it with a quarter note setting like we had on that first chord, but it's very challenging to get that offset just right. So even for me, it's like I'm so glad we got the dotted eighth. It really encourages that fun type of playing. You know what I'm saying? So I started using that type of groove in some of my playing. When I got the core, as opposed to the HALO. I have it programmed in the HALO as well.
Yeah.
This one's just it's so simplified to make it easy for the user to get right on it.
I was on the interwebs and I saw someone was asking, "What's your desert island pedal?" Oh. And I had to get in there and say that for myself, it's the HALO.
Wow!
Wow. I'm not the compressor guy anymore. I'm the Andy Timmons HALO guy.
Come on! Well, what an honor to hear Robert Keeley say that. I'm just so blown away with everything that you've designed and what you continue to do to step up your own bar of quality, what you're doing. We spoke on the phone the other day, and you were so excited because you were finding these other ways to get things even quieter.
It means a lot to me.
Well, the passion behind that and what that means to the overall quality of what you do. But with the Octoside just coming out and all these amazingly creative things, and the HALO is uber creative, way more than I'm actually using it because I've got some very specific things that we went for. But when I see other people and how they're utilizing, with the expression pedal and all the different parameters, it's truly inspiring. So thank you for for being you. But for you to pick the Halo, I'm very honored by that. Cause
It's always a good thing when I come down to see you because not only does it mean we probably finished up something that sounds great, but we're also probably on our next adventure of making more great sounding stuff.
I can't wait. I can't
This Halo is really incredible. It means a lot to me to continually work with you on this concept and this sound. We've developed a language to each other, and I'm able to talk to my guys and I say, hey, Andy said he doesn't like it, so that means we got to change it. It gives me some more horsepower, what I mean, authority behind my voice. So, and I just absolutely love this sound. I can walk up to any Halo and set the knobs where I want to, and I'm ready to rock and roll and make some music. So I want to thank you again for this opportunity to make this delay sound. I can't think of anything else that compares to it. It's a very unique sound. It's a great position to be in, and I get to work with a lot of other guitar players, big name guitar players that are really into your sound, this Halo sound. So thanks a lot.
It's an honor. What can I say, man? Thank you, buddy.
You can go to rkfx.com, read more about the Halo Core, and watch some of these incredible videos.